Hi, I'm Justin Jensen, and welcome to my channel. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and may fall again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming. Teddy Roosevelt. Hello, my pudding pops. It's great to see everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on this third day of October. Thank you so much. Just when the Jeffrey Dahmer big docuseries comes out on Netflix, we also have a serial killer amongst us, which there's always a serial killer amongst us, but this one is doing it in very close dates together, the murders. And this is happening in Stockton, California. And it's just starting to pick up in the press. We did invite a family member of one of the victims here this evening. I don't know if they will be able to join us this evening. If not, hopefully tomorrow or sometimes this week. So it's great to see everyone. I have not seen the update Marissa posted about Vaughn. I've been at work all day, but I probably know what she's talking about, but I haven't seen it, so we'll have to see. So it's great to see everyone. So yeah, there's a serial killer in Stockton, California. Scary times, we're living in. And, do you guys remember, I think it was like 2003, 2004, whenever that guy was, I think it was a group of two guys that was shooting people in DC, and like they would be pumping gas, and it was just a scary time. You didn't know, people was so scared to pump gas, walk on the streets. And this is happening in the early morning hours, 1 to 3 o'clock in the morning. So at that time, obviously, there's not a lot of people out. They're, just random people on the street. DC Sniper. Yes, that's what they called him. DC Sniper. Yeah, that was it. And yeah, I remember that. A zigzag line, Kara. Yeah, that was so scary. Um, So, but when it comes to the Stockton serial killer, um, just doing this at random hours. I think it was father and son, or it was um, friends. I watched a documentary on that maybe a year ago. I can't remember though. Got a memory of a goldfish. So, all right, I've got a little video I want to show you guys, and then we are going to go over this the victims and see if we can put anything together, if we can tie them together in any way. Is there something about these individuals that this one person has a vendetta against? Um, is this just at random, or is someone telling a person to go here at this hour to meet them for whatever, and then someone taking them out? Who knows? We're gonna look more into it and more about the victims of this. All right, so this is a NBC, and we'll talk about it here. I don't know if I need to mute, but let me know if it echoes.
Tonight, a series of killings in Stockton, California have residents on edge.
The community's scared. It stops now.
Police say 5 men were shot and killed between July and late September. The victims ranging in age from 21 to 54. The crimes happened just miles apart, late at night or early morning, and are believed to kill between.
Hold on, I want to show you guys this. So we have Paul Alexander Yaw, Salvador Dubetti Jr., and then it says a Hispanic man, 21 years old, Hispanic man, 52 years old, and then we have Lorenzo Lopez, 54 years old. Now, for the most part, 4 out of 5 appears to be Hispanic. Mixed ages 54, 52, 21, 43, and 35. Another thing is obviously they're all male.
Killed between July and late September. The victims ranging in age.
Now, is there not anymore? Okay, so the first killing happened July 8th, 56 Hermit Lane. Second killing happened August 11th, so nearly a month. Third killing would have happened August 30th, which is what, 2.5 weeks later. And then we have September 21st, 4400 Manchester Avenue. And then 6 days later, September 27th, 900 Porter Avenue. That is very close. That is a very close proximity, as far as dates. Plant Diva, thank you for becoming a member. And Red, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate your memberships. It really helps out, and I appreciate it so much. Yes, kindly, if you guys would hit the thumbs up button, I would greatly appreciate it.
To 54. The crimes happened just miles apart, late at night or early morning, and are.
Okay, so let's look at this. 12:31 a.m. 6:41 a.m. 1:51 p.m. 4:27 a.m., 9:49 p.m. So this one's a little earlier, but it's very early into the morning when there's not a lot of people out.
Believed to be connected. Now officials say
This is the only photo of a potential suspect, which I believe it is probably the suspect. You can tell very, very slim build and dressed in a coat in the middle of summer in California with a beanie on. So I wouldn't expect a normal person to be walking on with a coat and a beanie on in the middle of summer in California. So this is all we have right now. Now, I've heard some people have mentioned that they've even thought it could be a female because all of the victims are male. I don't know. I would be very shocked if they were all female or if the serial killer was a female because it generally, 9 out of 10 times, it is a male. But nevertheless, we don't know.
this image pulled from video surveillance could be a person of interest.
It could be very well a suspect, or it could be very well a witness to his incidences.
54-year-old Lorenzo Lopez was shot and killed last week.
I'm still kind of in disbelief. It's going to take a lot of time for closure to happen because, he was a big part of the family.
His younger brother, Jerry, heartbroken and missing his best friend.
How is life going to be now without him?
It's going to be pretty lonely. I'm telling you that. Having them, talk to when things were bad or things are good, or it's going to be a whole different thing,
With no break in the case and a possible serial killer on the loose, Stockton's police chief is asking for the public's help.
Look at your ring cameras, look at whatever footage you have, and please help us out.
And demanding an end to the bloodshed.
Stop the killing.
Kathy Park, NBC News.
Now, the thing about serial killers is, Jerry, thank you for becoming a member. Plant Diva, thank you again for becoming a member. I think I said that twice. The thing about serial killers is they need and they crave attention. They want the glory for the murders. And sadly, it's bittersweet. We obviously have to put a notice out that there is a serial killer amongst us walking and is shooting people at night, right? Thank you, Lala Powers. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for becoming a member. Really do. But we have to obviously say that there's a serial killer on the loose. We have 5 murders on the loose, and they usually do collect souvenirs from their murders, but some don't, because if they're doing it like out in brazen public, it's hard for them to get something. But if they can't get something from the body or something like that, they'll take newspaper clippings, reports from the news like this. Yes, a vendetta on a certain group. Jerry, thank you for gifting memberships. I apologize, I can't see the memberships over here, so Thank you. You are always just a sweet soul in gifting memberships. It's much appreciated. Hello, House of Williams. Hello, Nicole. Yeah. And can you blow up the picture? Let me see something. Our loves to watch on social media. Yes. Do you mean like the picture of the killer? Let me see here. I might be able to. I mean, it's really blurry. I mean, and the thing about it is, someone asked. I was going to answer that. I tried to answer that a second ago. People was like, "Well, does this appear to be, a white, black, Hispanic, man, woman?" Don't know. Don't know, because the only thing we have a picture of is literally the back of this person, and they are wearing jeans, a coat, their hands in their pocket, and a beanie on, and maybe even, glasses. Yeah, yeah. And that's YouTube does pick the memberships, and I will tell you, the more you participate in the chat room, the more they they tend to pick the people who participate the most, from what I have understood. Yeah, it would be nice to know approximately how tall this person is. They haven't really given a lot out, but this is just now hitting the media, like, very, very, in the last 24 hours, really. All right. So let's, this is really, that's all the photos we have. So what we know, excuse me. So what we know so far about the serial killer is there's been 5 shot, all have died in Stockton, California, and they are believed to be interconnected. By definition, you could probably very well call this serial killings, says the Stockton Police Chief Stanley McFadden. I don't know how you pronounce it. And they have this unidentified video. It's grainy, and they're not saying that this is the exact person, but it could be a witness. Like I said, we go back to that of saying who was dressed in pants, a coat, a beanie in the middle of California in the middle of summer. They started in July, and the slayings have happened after dark in the areas where few security cameras are in the area. So this person is checking out where there's few security cameras, he's scoping the place out, and that is where he or she, most likely he, is attacking. Each of the attacks involve a single person, which means there is no other person they are walking with at the time. These are not robberies. Items are not being stolen. they're not talking about any gang activities. Like, the gangs will normally say if this is gang related, they'll put it out there. They're not, they're not ashamed. It's just by complete surprise with no warning whatsoever. Let's see here. The city is offering $75,000 reward, leading to an arrest, and an additional $10,000 was put up by Stockton Stoppers. The medical examiner in San Joaquin County released the names of Paul Alexander Yaw, he's 35, and he died July 8th. Salvador Dubeidi Jr., 43, and who died August 11th. Jonathan Hernandez Rodriguez, only 21, and he died August 30th. Juan Cruz, 52, of Stockton. He died September 21st. Lawrence Lopez Sr., 54, died September 27th. So just a few days ago. Let's see here. And the families are obviously grieving and want answers to who took their loved ones. This is Paul Alexander Yaw. And let's see here. He was the one killed. He was the first one killed in July 8th. Let's see here. Now, what does interconnected mean? Let's look up the definition of interconnected. Okay, so they're saying this is interconnected. Interconnected, the definition is having all
having all constituent parts linked or connected.
Okay. Mutually joined or related is also a definition. So, it makes you wonder what exactly, how they are interconnected or related, right? Let's see. So, what's the mother's name? Shootings interconnected. Bargrow said she's been estranged from her son, who was homeless for about 5 years. So maybe he was homeless. It says 5 years, so I don't know if he was still homeless when this happened. Maybe these are, the street life, so to say. She says, I guess the mother, I have always hoped in my heart that at some point we would get reunited and have a relationship, she said. It's always a mom's dream that their children turn out to be good people. He was a good person. I just wish I had the opportunity to speak with him again in this life. She says she's been in touch with detectives and her son's death. She can't fathom how someone can commit such a senseless slaying. She said her son was at a park when he was attacked. Okay, so that's an interesting tidbit there. At a park. They are a really sick person and they are preying on the weak. She said, "My son had a big heart. He didn't want to even hurt anybody. I don't understand what kind of mind the person might have." So, that's interesting. This person appeared to be homeless and, it appeared to, just picking on the most vulnerable in society, which many times that will happen. Um, give him hugs, Mystic. Give him hugs. One moment, please. All right. I just need to fix something. 2 seconds, guys. Give me 2 seconds. I apologize. Okay, sorry about that. So yes, picking on the most vulnerable population, as a lot of serial killers will do, it is very common for them to pick on the most uh, vulnerable in our society, whether it be homeless people, or prostitutes, and homeless, uh, drug addicts, um, that kind of thing. Which is really sad. You should never kick someone when they're down. You should just never kick someone when they're down. But obviously, serial killers don't have feelings, so we're dealing with a whole different breed here. So a park. Okay. Now, the second gentleman who lost his life is Lawrence Lopez Sr., and this is a photo of him. And let me see here. I was just checking if my interview is ready. And he was 53, and this is I believe the last one who was shot. And Mr. Lopez was a father of 6, and his kids range from 16 to 38 years old. So definitely grieving children and grieving families. He worked as an independent contractor, and guess what, guys? He had fallen into homelessness. He said many people offered for his brother to stay with him, but he didn't want to burden people, he says. He'd rather be taking care of himself than have other people take care of him, says his brother. He said his siblings lived in Stockton since they were in elementary school. So the entire family lives around in the Stockton area. And the brother says that no family should have to deal with this. He added, it would be hard to think why a person would even get in this way. But they are people out there having hard times and troubled minds. And then we have Salvador Dubray Jr. And he says, to be honest with you, part of me died. It's been hard. It's been really hard. He was a father, and oh, okay. So I think Lawrence Lopez and Salvador Dubray, they knew each other, it appears. the news outlet reported the father and he and Lopez met 28 years ago when they were in high school. The pair reconnected later on in life and were married. The pair reconnected later on in life and were married 12 years when he was slain in August. Okay, I mean, AS Warrior, there's 2 more victims reported for a total. Yes, that is correct. Thank you so much, AS Warrior. Total of 5, yes. Am I reading this right? I mean, Jerry Lopez, okay, reported that. Okay. So this is his wife. Okay, sorry. I'm getting it confused. Both the Lopez name, which is obviously so common, but this was his wife talking. They did not know each other. Lawrence Lopez and Salvador did not know each other. But he had been married 12 years. And so let me see. I've got a bunch of more stuff here. Yes, total 5 was murdered. So is this the person maybe preying on the homeless community? Coexist, this definitely appears someone who is preying on the homeless community. Absolutely. Absolutely. Give me 1 second. So I can pull up some stuff. It's these weak individuals who are being taken advantage of. They're taken advantage of in society every single day the way it is, and unfortunately they just get the short end of the stick so many times. I don't know if this is a press.
The story begins with a pearl.
Oh, a pearl, honey. I like this commercial. Let me see if this is. Here is the most recent up-to-date video.
Stop the killing. Stop the killing.
Chilling revelation tonight from Stockton's police chief as he is now asking for the public's help in tracking down a person of interest in connection to a series of 5 murders that go back to July. Tonight he says all 5 of those murders are connected. The police chief is also warning people to stay alert and to avoid becoming a victim.
Tonight, a tip line is set up with a big reward for information about the killer or killers. KCRA 3's Melanie Wingo has more on this dramatic development in the investigation from the Stockton Police Department.
Yes, it was quite dramatic when the chief officially went on record today here in Stockton saying that this string of murders officially fits the FBI definition of serial killings. And tonight we met up with one of the victims' families to hear about their loved one. Visiting the Stockton neighborhood where his brother was shot and killed less than a week ago.
He was there for me. He was watching out for me. I wish I could have watched out for him.
Jerry Lopez remembers his big brother Lorenzo.
Just being a best friend. And just being a mentor and being there for me throughout my life.
His whole family feeling the gravity of the loss.
my mother and father were just heartbroken from this. You know, that's their first baby boy, and I know they have so many memories of of him.
Jerry and his family hopeful Stockton Police Department's announcement it's offering reward money and looking for a person of interest in connection to his brother's killing, one in a series of at least 4 others, will make a difference.
They are working pretty hard on it. I see the chief is doing a great job. He is working real hard for the city, trying to figure out what's going on, and I do appreciate you, Chief.
Stockton Mayor Kevin Lincoln.
This is very concerning to me.
Telling KCRA3 his office is working closely.
The mayor, I really like him, and I think that the sheriff seems to be a really good, solid person. The way they talk, they seem like they're not, going to buckle up to this. And you're absolutely right. They do like the attention. Yes, we are going to be doing a diamonds and pearls.
With the police department, trying to find the person or
This is it. That's all we have. Could it be a female? Yeah. But how tall does that look to you guys? I mean, it's hard to judge, but I mean, here is like that looks like which it's so hard to, like, that's a doorknob, right? Right, that's a doorknob. So like a window, which I don't know. Maybe 5'10", 5'11", maybe, who knows? I don't know. But to maybe 6 feet. But I don't think a female. This was just a grainy photo that was a surveillance camera. However, this killer does not usually take photos from what the media says. They usually don't shoot, somewhere there's like a lot of surveillance cameras. But I'm going to show you, where they actually were shot.
people responsible for the serial killings and sending a message to the community.
To the people of Stockton, we're not going to stand in fear. We're not going to be fearful. We're not going to retreat. You're going to be empowered.
Empowered, he says, to come forward with information that can help track down the killer.
We're not playing around right now.
The mayor also sharing his thoughts for families like Jerry's, deeply affected by the violence.
My heart breaks for you. My heart hurts just like your heart hurts.
Now, the mayor is also urging the community to come forward with any information. And that is what the chief is saying it's going to take as well. This series of homicides, we know, is all interconnected. At this point, we don't know if there is one person or more people responsible. That is why information from the public is so critical. Reporting live in Stockton, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
Yeah, with the killer or killers still out there, the tip line for anyone information is pretty critical information. So let's put that on the screen for you. 209-937-8167. You can also
I'm muted. Crap. Thank you.
Can I just tell you about another case that sounds
Sure, of
familiar?
course. Yes.
There was a case in Miami a while ago. It was back in it was about no, it's Amy again. I called Justin to tell him he was muted. Brian reminded me of a case back in February of this year of a guy named Willie Suarez Maceo. Willie Suarez Maceo,
Uh-huh.
and he was a real estate agent in Miami,
He's
and he was
on.
targeting homeless men. He shot them too.
Where was this at?
In Miami.
Okay.
Look at him. He did this to people in Miami. He was caught though.
Willie.
Willy.
Uh-huh.
Google him. Suarez, Suarez, Maceo.
Okay.
Maceo.
Found him.
And you'll see he got caught though. It seems similar with what's going on here. Okay.
Awesome.
I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, my love. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Sorry about being muted, guys. I apologize. So what I was saying is this is where the first murder took place. Now, we don't know if this serial killer has ever killed before or if he's just now getting the attention that he or she wants, right? But this happened in a park. Obviously, many times homeless people stay at parks or next to the sidewalk, next to parks, that kind of thing. And they usually stay in in a group normally, but there are also, the homeless people who like to be kind of loners. And this was the actual park that he was shot in. So let's it's not a very big park at all. It's just quite the little park. It's on a cul-de-sac. If we turn around here, see, just literally dead end cul-de-sac. Yeah. So let me see here. Turn it around here. Which is very interesting to me that, like, I get it that, it's a park. There's probably not a lot of people there, but like there is homes. And let's see if they have any cameras. Do they have any cameras? I don't see any cameras there. I see solar. I see a dog missing. There might be a camera right there. I don't know. I can't really tell. But there doesn't appear to be, a lot of cameras. I don't see a camera. I mean, it looks like a relatively safe neighborhood, right? You would think. Yeah. So to me, I mean, was the killer, were they on foot? We just don't know. We just don't know. Let's see here. me go back here. Let's see here. All right. 209, thank you for calling.
Hi, I'm local, so I thought I'd call in and answer some of your questions.
Sure, that's
Actually
great.
not a
Thank
very
you.
good neighborhood.
Could you repeat
The
that?
neighborhood is actually not a great neighborhood.
It's not.
It used to be a very good neighborhood. It is not anymore.
Okay.
And I see a lot of people in chat saying, like, you know, there's homes all around. Yes, but we have such bad crime rates here that we constantly hear shots. So
Wow.
honestly, you stop calling about them after a while.
It's that bad.
It is that bad here.
Wow.
We had the worst crime rate per capita at one point. What has happened is that people from San Francisco, Oakland, and the Bay Area cities have moved over to Stockton because it was more affordable. And then people have lost their housing because of multiple reasons. And it's bad. We were actually under federal jurisdiction for a long time. These might still be.
Wow. And do you know anything about what's going on with this killer? Have you heard
I
anything?
I live right in the middle of the circle of all the people, though. Yes, it's about an hour and a half from San Francisco.
It's very frightening.
It is very frightening, but I don't know. Do you have any questions about local anything? Like, ma'am, for that, I've been here for a long time.
I mean, anybody in chat? You have any questions? I have a friend who used to live up there.
And the homeless population is just, they're on the sidewalks, they're in the park, they're literally, the canals are filled with them, our off-ramps from our freeways are filled with them. So I think they're just an easy target.
Right. Yes, the vulnerable population. Someone just said moved out of Stockton 15 months ago. It's terrifying there. A lot more murders besides the serial killer. So,
We don't leave the house after dark. We're definitely armed.
mm-hmm.
You follow a lot of rules if you live here and you want to be safe.
How long has the murders and stuff been going on, and like really bad?
Oh, I mean, murders in general, it's been, you know, the last 50, 20 years, it's been really bad here.
Really? And it just seems it seems like it's just getting worse.
Yes, it's constantly getting worse. They're not cleaning anything up. And then Sacramento has a large homeless population, and we're about 45 miles south. They'll literally put them on a bus and send them down here.
Yeah. Yep, they do that.
So that
here too.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought I'd tell you all of these neighborhoods that are on the map. None of them are the great.
Right.
Boston in general, you're not going to you'll find a good street, but the next street will probably be bad.
I mean, things are so expensive in California, right? I mean,
They are very.
I mean, people are moving out a lot. People are moving out of California. I mean, I don't know how people live there, to be honest with you. Like,
It's just extremely expensive. Yeah, I know.
I mean, if I just don't know. I mean, it's just ridiculous. We're a little over an hour and 15 from Stockton, and crime is bad here, worse in Stockton. Okay.
So Oakland, everybody knows Oakland is bad. Everybody's always talked about Oakland being crime ridden, but all of Oakland has pretty much moved to Stockton. So we have become the new Oakland.
Wow. Okay. That's what happens. It's like, San Francisco is like the most expensive rent in the United States right now, right?
Right.
And
Boston is not quite as bad. It's cheaper here than that, but
Like, what's an average rent in Stockton, like for an apartment? Like
I
it's
have rental houses and like a 3-bedroom house in these areas. I literally have rental houses in this area. It's about 2,500 to 3,000 a month, depends.
wow.
So like a 3-bedroom.
Yeah, wow. Okay. Um, I'm a local. This is my city, and I am scared shitless. Wow. That's terrifying. I'm going to be doing a story soon, and it's in Chicago, and Chicago's horrible too. And there was a bunch of murders of children like being shot in Chicago. I just found out today. It's like, what? People are losing their minds.
Yeah.
People are losing their minds. Let's see here. I pay $3,400 a month for 3-bedroom. Okay. And how far is Riverside from there? Do you know?
Riverside is quite a ways.
Okay.
That's in Southern California.
Okay. What are the locals saying? Is it just another day?
Just another day.
Just another day. Okay. And what's the main industry in Stockton? Like what is the
I don't know. We have, we just have a lot of, I don't know, we have a lot of retail, we have a lot of, I honestly don't know, probably Amazon is probably one of the bigger employers.
Okay.
We have like a diamond Walmart, like diamond companies. We have a lot of labs and art. Yes, agriculture is a little bit east of us. Stockton itself doesn't have a lot of agriculture, but
wow.
oh, sorry,
Okay.
Anthony.
Grains, dairy farms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are all just east of us mostly, but yeah.
And is California doing anything to help the homeless population? Are they?
I haven't read the bill yet, but I know, yes, you're a port city as well. That's a good, anyway, you're a port city, something, but, I'm sorry. Yes, Newsom did something recently to convert commercial buildings that are unused into homeless housing.
Wow.
But I don't know what the bill is about.
Well, hopefully it does something. Damn. I mean, it just can't keep on like this. Something has to give, right? I mean, something has to give.
Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll just let you get back to the show, but I just thought,
Yeah, thank you for calling.
the local bar.
Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye. Yeah, if anyone is a local or a Californian that is, in the area of this vicinity, here's my friend. How are you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Fabulous. So, just echoing kind of what a lot of people. What's that?
Sorry, it just beeps. People calling in. Just go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. No, just in regards to if you guys look about a year ago, there was Mayor Tubbs that was hired, and just echoing what the locals are saying. So there was a lot of corruption and things being. Hello?
All right, yeah. I'm here. Oh. Sorry, I think she couldn't hear me or something. Called back Gemini Mama. That was Gemini Mama. Calling in. Let's see. 662, thank you for calling.
Hey, Justin, it's Camille.
Hey.
I'm fixing to drop a link for you to look at.
Uh-huh.
The lady that called that was telling us about the one in Miami.
Uh-huh.
It looks like this link was posted in their, what's this, Crime and Justice, I don't know if it's their newspaper or what, but it's talking about that and the homeless, and they thought they had a suspect
Uh-huh.
who has since been killed. But I'm fixing to drop the link in chat right now
Okay, we'll look at it.
where you can look at it, because it's hitting all the, it's all around the homeless and hitting everything that we're kind of revolving around.
Okay, cool.
All right, I'll drop it right now.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Gemini Mama, if you want to call back, we'll take that call. I don't know what happened, but we'll see what we can do. So yeah, it just seems like they target homeless, prostitutes, that kind of thing. Very sad. Very, very sad. All right. In the second location, let's find it. It is that one was this murder that we're showing here was on July 8th. And then the second murder happened 4900 West Lane. Let's see here. Okay. So right in here, there's Gemini Mama. Hey, sorry, I could hear you, but you couldn't hear me, my dear. Sorry.
No, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah,
That
I
was
just heard a bunch of beeping and stuff. So okay, but now I know what's going on. But what I was just saying is that there's a huge documentary that was done on Mayor Tubbs that was elected, and a bunch of corruption that was basically unveiled within our district attorney's office over here.
And Mayor who?
Just a lot. Mayor Tubbs.
How do you spell that?
Tubbs.
Oh, Tubbs. Okay.
Yeah, it got a lot of publicity over the past 2 years, pretty much. But the locals have just been extremely frustrated, unveiling all this corruption that has been taking place, and kind of gave up on our police chief. Basically viewed it as it's gotten too out of control, like a little Oakland. It's too much for everybody to handle, and there's a lot of big family money in Stockton, like the Spano Center, generational money that's there that is now gone because they don't believe in the town anymore, just because of political stuff. So, and the police headquarters for Stockton, literally right across the street, is a whole homeless compound. If you live in Stockton and you're calling for help for so much as a break-in of your car, which is you feel violated when that happens. If you're not hurt, if you're not dying, you will not get any attention from the Stockton police simply because of the crime being out of control. So.
Wow. Now, are you're familiar with Stockton?
I certainly am.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you would you not feel safe if you were there?
Oh no, it's widely known. Before it used to just be a joke, but we used to go there a lot for the county fairs and stuff, and you would hear a siren, and we would call that Stockton's national anthem. But you don't go to that town at night at all, and you also don't go to certain parts. And unless you're looking for something, but you don't go to certain parts of that town. And that used to be true about 15 years ago, but it was just very isolated.
Right.
And now it's really a large part of the town. And they have huge encampments we have the Delta over here that runs to all of our agriculture.
Uh-huh.
There's, you know, with the locals, it's known that how many dead bodies have been dropped in that Delta. So it's taken a downward spiral the past 10 years, and over the past 2 years, I think a lot of the locals, a lot of the big money, it's gone away because of what Mayor Tubbs came in and did, and what the district attorney, all of our local social media pages, like 209 Pines, there's a guy on there that has shown up to board meetings, and he's exposing all of it. But now we got the new gentleman in, the Mayor Johnson, I believe.
Uh-huh.
And the new police chief.
How are they doing?
Well, people are very excited about it, but it's in infant stages.
Right. So they're both very new.
Yes.
Okay.
Tubbs committed to the community that he was going to be getting a lot of the grant money for the homeless, that he was going to clean it up, the homelessness, because that was a huge, huge factor of his political, you know, to get elected, and he did nothing with it. In fact, there was corruption found out where some of those funds went. So if you have a chance, check out that documentary.
I will.
But what's sad is that, like, even I believe a lot of the citizens they're not fighting back anymore, because they either have to live there because of, you know, financial situations or what have you, but you just know you don't go to certain parks, you don't go to certain grocery stores, you don't go out after dark. And I like ICU, I believe said was that it's around Delta College. That's another huge scary part of it, is that we have UOP, which is a very prestigious college out here.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of these areas are where this stuff takes place. Delta College is the JCO. A lot of the stuff takes place in that area too, which is by malls, where recently somebody was found shot in their car. It's bad. Really bad.
Well, I know, like, my mother and my sister, one of my sisters, and my aunts and cousins and all that, they live in Texas, and so many people from California are moving.
Yep.
It is incredible.
Yep. You can just see it in the market. You know, I have a bunch of real estate friends over here, and you can see it in the market. I fortunately live in a town where it's, you know, still small country bumpkin, where we have if our cat's stuck in the tree, 5 policemen will show up. So
Right. That's great.
But
That's
the
great.
the house prices are just, you know, unbelievable here, but they do it that way because we're a very safe, small community.
Right.
Now the town we're next to us, just kind of touching on crime, that it's called Manteca. They are also kind of getting to where Stockton is not so much of the high crime and murders and stuff, but just the methamphetamine, the homelessness. And just this past weekend, that local town had a festival, and a gentleman was found upside down, head first in the porta potty, deceased.
Where was this?
And in Manteca.
And how far is this from Stockton?
20 minutes.
Okay,
15,
so
20 minutes.
very close. Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. It's leaking. It's starting to leak down the valley. Just kind of how the whole spot behind Oakland Bay Area kind of pushed it out this way.
Yeah.
But you have to fight back. As a community, there has to be funds put into the homelessness, the gang activity, all that, which is what Tubbs committed to. And he was getting a ton of grants from Newsom from it, but nothing was changed. In fact, it just got
Worse.
way worse.
It sounded like he wasn't a very good mayor.
No, and you know, people were all hyped about him at first because he's an African American younger gentleman, and you know, people wanted to support him, and because he had this good commitment. But then, as you know, his time in office went on, a lot of things were being. The district attorney being involved. Some nonprofits that were involved with the government that would receive grants that he would allow them to receive. It's bad.
Wow.
It's too much to get into, but it's just very sad because I know, like I said, there's a lot of people. There's
private high school in Stockton, a Catholic high school. There's the Spano Center. There's a lot of generational money in there, and a lot of it is agriculture. We also have there's the waterfront out there, which is, like I explained, the Delta. But a lot of that industry has gone. Nothing has been replenished. Nothing has been, put back into the communities, and people are just fed up. And
Why has it gone? Why is it leaving?
I think, based on what I've heard, a lot of it is like the workforce based on, like Air Force Base or whatever, how a lot of those shut down in California, because if they're not operating anymore, there's just no need for it to be there. Amazon has popped up in a local town close to Stockton. Huge outfit. There's some medical coding offices. Blue Cross Blue Shield are large employers out there. But I really think everybody, if they haven't moved out of Stockton and moved out of California completely, they've definitely got out of Stockton, because it's no place to raise kids. There was a girl about 6 months ago that was brutally attacked on campus at the high school and murdered. And I forgot her name of it, but that was big, headlines in our local area.
So with poverty comes drugs usually, and when the economy goes, it's depression. People need to make money, and people are depressed, so they go, they can go to drugs. Is drugs a bad thing in the area? I mean, is that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially now too with the whole fentanyl.
Yeah.
That's become a huge, because I personally know stories where there were like an older gentleman that had a knee surgery, could no longer get his pain medication, so got a pill off the street, and he was 50-something years old and died from the overdose. Another friend of mine unfortunately found her teenage son, and he was just thinking that he was buying a Xanax bar off. So drugs are extremely prevalent. And then when you look at it on the crime scale with Stockton PD, what do you really go after first? Like, you could drive in Stockton, smoke a joint. It's legal in California, but you're not supposed to smoke it. But you could do that in Stockton. If you came to my town and did that, you would be in handcuffs and on the front page of our town paper. So it's just extreme differences, and we're all in the same county, which is what's very sad and what people are outraged about, because this Tubbs guy, he committed to a lot of changes, and nothing was done, and in fact it just got worse.
Yeah. Very sad. Very, very sad.
Very sad.
The market always has to correct itself. When there becomes too much people in one area and the prices go too up, there's going to be the bubble's going to bust, and people have to move, and people have to, go their different ways, and change has to be made, or just bust.
And we've seen it here in the valley, in the local counties, that we got a lot of that from the Bay Area, because San Francisco, all that, you had to pay $5,000, and they just couldn't afford it, so they could come out here and buy a home cash. But like you said, economic turns.
Yeah.
If things aren't corrected, or at least invested in to correct, the homelessness situation in Stockton is just unbelievable.
Well, and inflation right now, that adds to it. COVID added to it like terrible, right?
Absolutely.
What is the nightlife like in Stockton? Is there a lot of clubs, bars, or?
There's a strip club. And that's on a not so good part of town. There's a couple bowling alleys there. There's a theater. There is some nightclubs, a few bars, but you don't really hear about people. Like, when I was growing up,
we heard about, let's go to or wherever in Stockton, and you know, nobody really promotes that stuff anymore, unless it's like a large like festival or, you know, 90s rappers that are coming out to put on an event. But really, you just know where you can and cannot go in Stockton.
Yeah.
And you simply cannot go after dark. I mean, it's not a good idea.
Wow. All right.
Very sad. Very, very sad.
It is. I know. Well, hopefully, you know, the mayor will, you know, it's more important sometimes to vote in your local than it is national. And people don't, and a lot of people don't realize that, you know, it's the local is what is going to help you, your community, the most, you know.
Absolutely.
So
And that's when I really started to learn about politics, is when I would learn about the local, like, why does the school board matter? Why does your district council matter? And I learned about all of that, and then that's when I became involved in it to make sure that I did stay active with it. And that's what I taught my kids as well. I'm like, yes, nationally we're a country, but if it doesn't start within your own town, this is where it could go wrong.
yes,
So,
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate it, dear.
Oh, I'm hoping that they find this gentleman. My condolences to all the families that have been affected by it. And I mean, it's hard because like I said, I feel like a lot of the locals we get hard into it because it's like, oh, another murder in Stockton,
Yeah.
So, okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Take care.
All right,
Okay,
you too.
we'll be
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. So, I just got this in. Let me play this real quick. I see you just sent this to me. Thank you, I see you. Thank you to all my mods. And this was just released 57 minutes ago. The mother of Paul Yaw, is that how you pronounce it? Tells CBS News she is anguished over her son's killing, which has recently been classified by the Stockton Police Department in California as part of a pattern of slayings in the city. The department says 5 men have all been shot to death between July 8th and September 27th. And this was released by Inside Edition. So let's play it. Let me know if it echoes, guys, please.
Like a worst nightmare for a parent.
The mother of Paul Yaw tells CBS News she is anguished over her son's killing, which has recently been classified by the Stockton Police Department in California as part of a pattern of slayings in the city.
By definition, you could probably very well call this a serial killer.
The department says 5 men have all been shot to death between July 8th and September 27th. They were all ambushed late at night or early in the morning while it was still dark out, and they were all alone. The city's mayor is also worried the killer or killers could be racially motivated.
The fact that 80% of the 5 homicide victims are Hispanic is very concerning.
Police released this photo of a person who was seen on surveillance video obtained during the investigation.
We believe this may be a person of interest that can provide information on maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. We just don't know at this time.
The family of Paul Yaw wants to see his killer caught before anyone else falls victim.
I don't think there'll ever be enough justice that can come to this one person or persons for what they've done.
There is an $85,000 reward being offered in this case. If you have any information, you're asked to contact the Stockton Police Department at 209-946-0600. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Mara Montalbano.
Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, 4 out of 5 were appeared and by looks and by their name appeared to be Hispanic. So they are thinking that this could be racially motivated. That's a scary thing. And oh, people on Facebook, I tell you. Oh my God, whatever that was. That was a hot dog and 2 eggs. Only on YouTube. All right. Sorry about that, guys. You never know what's the next video on YouTube. So, thank you for that, ICU. Now, okay, let me take this call. 559. Hello.
Hi, Justin. This is Dawn Travis. How are you?
Good. How are you?
So, I'm doing good.
Good.
I wanted to kind of put my 2 cents in.
Please.
I live in Fresno in the area, not too far away from Stockton. But what we have with the homeless situation is a few years ago, the law enforcement came and they did not allow them to take their belongings and take them away. And a bulldozer came and took everything, and the homeless people sued and got millions of dollars. So nobody will touch them now.
Oh.
And so Fresno and Stockton and the whole state, pretty much up until Bakersfield, we have Amtrak. And Amtrak, I want to say maybe it's $15. They can go and it's in downtown, which the homeless situation downtown is filthy. And we even lost, I think, our baseball, our stadium because of it. But they can jump on the Amtrak, anybody. Go up to Stockton, it's right there. It's like through the main heartland of the state.
Uh-huh.
And you can get off quick, all the different stuff. Modesto, where Lacey Peterson was killed.
Mhm.
Stockton, Sacramento, Merced, and then it goes all the way up to the Grapevine. And it's so easy to just, for this person, the suspect, to jump in and jump off.
So
And all the homeless people are by the bus or the train station.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So the Amtrak runs frequently?
All day, every day.
Okay.
Yeah, and it goes, well, we were supposed to have a super speed rail. I don't even know what the process is and how it is now, but the Amtrak goes from, some people even take it to Madera, which is like a wine town, a next street down,
Mhm.
or the next city down. And some people do it for fun, but most people who don't have cars, that's how they travel. And then once it gets down to LA, they transfer into a bus to go through the Grapevine. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's a huge mountain area of mountains that the trains don't go through, but a bus will take you down. But it's so cheap, and that's how the people that aren't with no cars and with a little bit of financial issues, that's how they get around.
So
sometimes-
what is cheap? Like, what are we
Like
talking?
$15.
Okay.
And an Amtrak or a bus for the Greyhound, I think, is maybe $30. And it's just easy. I mean, I lived in New York for a little while, so I love taking the train. But here, it's not the same.
Right. It's not New York.
Because
Yeah.
it's not like the Long Island Railroad to Penn Station. You're taking the Amtrak because you don't have a car. It's not because it's the best option. But the fact that somebody could jump in a train, go to the next city, do what they're going to do, jump back in, it's just so easy. So easy. But yeah, the homeless thing is bad. You go down the freeways, and I'm sure the other ladies that were talking about it, they have the same issues. The freeways are filthy. They have their camps inside of on the embankments of the freeway. And they're everywhere, and they just leave everything around, and they go into these little areas that are dark and dangerous. And honestly, I'm a huge fan of the crime, the forensic files and everything. They don't think that they're going to be missed. So they pick the homeless people. They pick the people that are less fortunate because if they're on the streets, somebody obviously didn't care about them to take them in. So why would they care about to look at them?
Yeah, it seems like with serial killers and anything like this, they'll pick prostitutes or, any one of the vulnerable population, and and you're right, they really don't think, that they will be missed. And to be honest,
And law enforcement kind of feels that way sometimes too, though.
true.
And I'm a law enforcement family, so it's not a bad thing. It's just sometimes they are kind of always on the lower of the totem pole as to the urgency to get this crime solved, I guess you'd say.
Yes.
So, that's a Jane Doe. That's a Jane Doe.
Yeah. And, they're not in touch with, a lot of them are not in touch with their family, and they don't have, they don't have health care or anything, so there's just,
exactly.
it's very
It's sad.
sad.
I mean,
It's
I'm a
sad.
single woman, and I go out at night, and honestly, just recently in the last 3 months or so, I really don't understand why I don't carry my taser, but I go grocery shopping at nighttime.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous.
Yeah.
It is dangerous, and the homeless people come in and they steal at nighttime.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's just really bad everywhere.
Terrible.
Everywhere.
It's terrible.
All right. Well, I just wanted to I wanted to go. I've never called in before. I'm always sitting here, watching through the back side of the windows. Outside in the bushes watching you guys.
Well, thank you for calling in. You call in anytime,
no worries.
please.
I appreciate you guys. You guys had me, absolutely in tears the other night, laughing so hard. I was secondhand embarrassed for you, but Marissa.
Oh,
all right.
God.
Well, you have a good
She's
night.
not embarrassed, so don't be embarrassed. So it's all right.
Oh no, I know you're not. How can that be?
Thank you,
All
dear.
right. Well, you have a good night.
You
Stay
too.
healthy.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of problems in Stockton, and and I mean, there's a lot of problems throughout the country and the world, but hopefully something changes. I don't know what the answer is. The second murder appeared right in this area, and again, I mean, it doesn't look like there's really that. What is this? West Lane Family Medical Center. Is this a park over here? Okay. There's like a Popeyes. But, did it happen on a sidewalk or what, There's a camera there. Just sad. I think that's the right address. Let me make sure. 4900. It's 4966. Let's check here. Okay, where's 4900? Huh. Okay, so this is 4900. Was it, these are all grown up, it's just people walking along the road, who knows? Well, this is an updated photo. Interesting. Okay. All right, and let's look at the third place. The third place was 8:30. 800 East Hammer Lane. Okay. Hold on, let's go back for a second. And this one appears to be like right here. Guys, if y'all hear piano music, I apologize. My kid is practicing piano, so. I wonder if this person is, the serial killer, is he walking, or is this, is it the sidewalk that, is he driving by in some cases and just shooting while there's no cars around, or are they on foot too? It just makes you wonder. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any cameras on the light poles there at all either. Yeah, Mozart. Probably a walker, less noticeable. Yeah. That's a good point, Texas. Could be homeless himself. Or are they together at... Well, that girl, they said that each person appeared to be alone at the time. So, okay, now that's a good question. What is the distance between each killing? Now, here you go. So the first 3 killings these are the first 3 that happened. So right in this vicinity, right? These are the first 3. More or less in almost just a straight line, right? Now, the fourth one, 921, 4400 Manchester Avenue. Let's look at this one. $4,400. So this one definitely seems like there's not. This was the second to the most recent. This one right here. And as you can tell, it appears to be out of the beaten path for sure. St. Francis Village Apartment. It has a 2.5 star. And let's see where we're at. So like right in here, was it someone just walking, someone walking out? And to be honest with you, there's a lot more drug dealers at night, right? Why one in July 2nd, August 2nd? Oh, why? You mean why 2 in July, 2 in August? In Let me check that out. So we have 1 in July, 2 in August, 2 in September. That's true. Which, when you think about it, that is a lot of murdering, right? I mean, that's a lot of murders for one person, 2 in a month. That's very high risk behavior. Is there any main highways that connect them all, or mass transit lines to connect? Thank you. Good question. I don't know. We'll look at that. I always tell my kids nothing good happens after 12 a.m. So yeah, you could be right about that. I just posted the address to the Amtrak in Stockton. Okay. Here you go. Let's see here. Let me try this. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So let me show you this. This is the Amtrak line in Stockton. Right? Where's this at? 4400 Manchester Avenue. I don't. Hold on 1 second. No, I don't want that. Let me check this. Hold on 1 second. No. Damn it. I don't know why my phone's going off. Okay, let's expand this. You can tell I don't know how to use a map. Garden Acres. Pull this over. Okay. Wonder if it'll let me. New tab. All right, so as you see here, this is like, well, here's Garden Acres, right? And then it shows it right here. And where this happened, this particular murder, let me find it. I want to make sure it's right. Country 5. It happened like right over in here, close to the university and stuff, right? So, I mean, no, not far from Stockton. You know, I mean, not far, not like a huge. It's not hugely far from, the rail lines. Okay, I see. Thank you. All murders took place between Thursday and Sunday. Look at the dates. There is a pattern. Oh. Okay. Let's start with July. Okay. Let me try this. Okay, so we go to July. What was the date for the first one? July. Let me see here. Which one was it? Okay, there it is. The first one happened July 8th. Okay. July 8th. July 8th. That happened on a Thursday. Okay, July 8th. That happened on a Thursday. August 11th. August 11th. That happened on a Thursday. Interesting. Okay, now we have August 30th. August 30th. That happened on a Tuesday. Tuesday. So 2 Thursdays, 1 Tuesday. Then we got September 21st. September 21st. That happened on a Wednesday. And then we got September. Wow. 27th. And then the 21st. So Tuesday, they usually happen on a Tuesday or a Thursday, with one happening on a Wednesday. That's very interesting. The first one was July 7th. Well, mine says July 7th, not 8th. No, you're right. 7/8. Hold on. 7/8. July 7th was a Thursday, right? Yours says July 8th was Friday? Hold on. Right, it was on a Friday. Why the hell does mine say Thursday? Okay. So July 8th was on a Thursday. Yes, July is the 7th month. July. It's July 8th is on a Friday. Yeah, my birthday's in July 16th. That's interesting. So I wonder if this person happens to work, is off work these certain days, or does this person work at all? But to me, it seems like there's definitely a pattern. Vet girl just turned to the 8th, meaning Thursday, then at midnight flipped to Friday. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because it was literally almost at midnight. There's no ballistic. They're being very quiet. Like, it just hit like main media really big, last night, so that's why it's just starting to really be reported. Oh, Gemini Mama says reward is up to 95,000 now. You know, when you're doing two murders a month, that is someone who can't, you know, they have this urge, and they obviously have no impulse control whatsoever. The photo of the person of interest is, yeah, well, you know, Don, the problem is they just don't have, this person is not, I don't know if they're scoping the place out. Are they, you know, it says that they are interconnected, right? So is this person calling these people up and saying, hey, meet me such and such here at this time, right? Pardon me 1 second, please. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, it could be a through, but you know, for those who are just joining, they're saying that this could possibly be you know, racially motivated. Homeless shelter in that area. Let's look up homeless shelters in Stockton. Okay. That's a very good point. Homeless shelters in Stockton. Okay. Stockton Shelter for the Homeless, Stockton's Men's Shelter, New Hope Family Shelter, Gospel Center Rescue Mission, William Bill Brown Women and Children's Shelter, Family Promise of San Joaquin County. Okay, let's look at so these are the homeless shelters. And it just, and that's very interesting because this the murder that we were just talking about last happened right in this area right here, so not far from a shelter, not far at all. Gemini Mama just sent me something, let me check. Okay, I'm going to email this to me and I'll show you guys. I don't know where she got this. We'll compare it. It's a photo of someone who is give me 1 second, guys. Someone who appears to be kind of potentially wearing the same thing. Let me email that. Okay, here we go. All right. Tell me what you guys think about this. This says morning, and it says wearing same clothes and beanie from picture given from investigators and was in the area of the killings. Stay safe out there, and anyone that's on top of this, keep me posted. 173.7 thousand likes. That's incredible. All right, where is that photo of this dude? Hold on. I forgot the photo. What do you guys think? Do you think it could be potentially related? Let me see here.
Early in the morning, while it was still dark.
Let me see here. I was trying to find it. Okay, here we go.
Seen on surveillance video, a photo of a person.
So that's that guy from the areas of the killing. I would stay inside with my door locked. Yeah. I think that goes for anywhere anymore. What do y'all think? I guess this person, with this doorbell ring camera was not maybe wanted in the area. Hold on. Be cited. Not a match? No. Okay. I don't know the guys walking. Yeah, it's so hard, with the walking away, but I have a bunch of more information coming in. Hopefully I've got some interviews coming. Let me see if this is new. Okay, here we go. Let's play this. This is ABC News.
This apparent serial killer in Stockton, California, is bringing up a lot of questions, especially regarding the investigation tactics being used. To provide some insight, let's bring in former FBI agent and hostage negotiator Brad Garrett. Brad, thanks for joining us. Now, police say that they have physical evidence linking the 5 killings. Can you give us an example of what might constitute as physical evidence?
Probably ballistics. It's going to be my guess because, Lindsay, every one of these have been described as people being shot in the back, which would suggest the shooter is not having any physical contact with the victims. So it's not uncommon for serial killers to continue to use the same weapon. So have they ballistically linked the 5 of them? Perhaps.
All of the victims are men, 4 of them Hispanic, and were all alone and ambushed late at night or in the early morning. Does this choice of victims or methods reveal a certain suspect profile or anything about the killer's personality that might help track them down?
I'm not sure about that yet. I mean, if you look at the locations, they're all in general proximity, not necessarily in the same neighborhoods. This strikes me as an opportunity serial killer. In other words, he's walking around looking for victims. Is he looking for Hispanic males? We don't know that. But the key is with each homicide, can they pull up additional CCTV? Are they going to get lucky and find a witness that sees him get into a car? I mean, I can tell you they're really searching the cameras, I suspect, in Stockton to see if they can track him once he leaves the scene. All those little pieces of information, but the absolute thing that will get him caught is him continuing to kill people, because he's going to continue to leave clues, which is almost textbook.
If we look at the timetable here, you had more than a month between the first and second killings, but then the fourth and fifth were just 6 days apart. Does it seem like, based on that he could be escalating?
Maybe, or this may be opportunity. Was he off from work? Does he work odd hours? Does he not even live or work in Stockton? Again, all of these little pieces of information become much more relevant as you focus down on an individual. And hopefully that's going to occur in short order, because, I mean, it's just horrible, 5 people dead. And this strikes me as a guy that's going to keep going until he gets caught.
And what is that? What strikes you? Why is that? I mean, is it just rare that somebody who is potentially a serial killer doesn't just stop after 5?
You have to understand that they're driven by a compulsion, if nothing else, a compulsion to kill people. Sometimes it's just the thrill. And after you kill the first person, presuming the person in July is the first person he's killed, then each one becomes easier, but the high that he gets in committing these crimes is what drives him. And so you will see eventually maybe him going to another victim. They might be close together, they might not be. But it's also somebody that I think has familiarity with Stockton, because he's in various neighborhoods. Again, he's probably either walking around, cruising around in a vehicle, looking for lone individuals when it's dark. That way it gives him less resistance, less likelihood someone's going to see him. And that's really sort of his cover, it appears, with each one of these murders.
We have this picture up right now. The investigators so far have only released this one image of the suspect from behind. But is there something there that might, something so small, that might help crack a case like this?
Yes. For example, let's go back to ballistics. ATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, have a ballistics, basically, data set. If this weapon was used in the past, there's a possibility they might be able to link it that way. It's just hard to say. But there's little clues like that. Or the guy makes a slip and he says something to someone, maybe not admit what he's been doing, but it's just enough for that person to reach out to the police and say, there's something not right, you need to check this guy out.
Brad Garrett, we thank you so much.
Okay, that was interesting.
Hello. I've literally never done a live on Facebook.
Oh my God. Gotta love who that sent me to. Sorry, I threw up in my mouth. Wonder if he will kill 3 more men the next. Well, like he said, serial killers. Yeah, and he said him, which 95% of, serial killers are very rare as females. But, it's a compulsion. They can't help it. Can't help it. I was looking to see if the FBI was looking into it. I can't see if anything on there. The latest killing occurred shortly before 2 a.m. We don't have any video of anybody holding any gun or actually committing a crime. They said. Still, the available footage and ballistic evidence link the 5 killings. So it appears this killer is using the same gun, and they can check from the ballistics because each gun has a unique pattern, the way the bullet projects out. It's a handgun. Let me see if there's anything else here. There may also be multiple people involved in the violence. To be honest, we just don't know. He says, this person or people who are out doing this, they are definitely very bold and brazen. Let's see here. Police said the victims were each walking alone or in a parked car. Wow, parked car. When they were killed in the evening or early morning in the city of 320,000 people, about 50 miles south of Sacramento, which is the capital. Interesting. And the reward has went up to 95,000. Dressed in all black, wearing a black cap. Okay. And it just appeared to be walking alone on the sidewalk. So that's interesting. This person, a person, or maybe 2 of them, of the victims, were potentially shot in a car. Which is, I mean, I guess that you would assume that the car would be off, but we have to realize this. A lot of homeless people have some people live in their car as well. He could be homeless himself. Thank you, hon. Appreciate that. Yeah, I know, honey. I'm sure. Sorry. But you have us. You have us. We're here with you. They could have been sleeping in their car. But in the back, how did that happen? I mean, I don't know. Did the police say they were all... They didn't say they were all homeless. The older man and his brother have lived in the area their entire lives. Yes. And that's a good point, Bryson's. They are not homeless. Uber, Lyft drivers wait in their cars. Yeah. Let's see here. Take any prop. Nothing was taken. No property was taken off the victim. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. To shoot someone in the back, that would mean someone is in a car. Persons in the front or both in the back seat. I don't know. 513, thank you for calling. 513. Alrighty then. You can call back. It may have. They could have been laying down. I mean, I don't know. I mean, unless you shot from the back window, maybe. It's a handgun. They could have the window down a bit and reached there. Who knows, to be honest with you? It's just absolutely insanity. Let's see here. See what else I got. Now, this photo, like, I don't know, you can see this photo a little bit better. Appears to be very tall and skinny, right? Don't you think? The first guy was walking with someone and was ambushed. Where did you hear that, Kelly? Thank you, love. I don't know if it's related, but please look up the Yuma, Arizona, Texas border crisis. But it makes me wonder if it is in fact related. Okay, that's what I kind of thought the same thing. Long legs. Very. I mean, to me, it appears to very tall and skinny. 513. Thank you for calling.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hey, guys. Sorry, I'm so nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I just wanted to call in because I don't think the first one is really related, in my opinion, because I watched Ickamel earlier. He covered this, and there was an interview. I'm sorry?
No, I said okay. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, there was an interview with his mother. I don't know, maybe you listened to it. I just came in about a half hour ago on your show. That said that her son was walking with the guy that shot him. So.
Okay, hold on. Let me think. Her son was walking with a guy that got shot?
The killer that shot her son, they were walking together. So Paul, the first guy, was with the killer that shot him, per his mother.
Well, how does she know that they were together?
I mean, I don't know, but that's what the interview that was played, or like her speaking, she stated that.
Okay.
And he's the only white guy, so that kind of made me. I mean, I don't know. They could be related, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, could be. Who knows? You know, I mean, we're just from what they say, the ballistics, it appears to be the same, but you know, we just don't know. Yeah, I mean, Jim, this girl, who knows if there's a silencer? You know, I mean, there could be.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And then I was wondering, do you have a timeline like put together?
I mean, I have the dates, but that's I haven't made a timeline yet. No.
Okay, I can send that to you because I do have a timeline of it.
Oh, that would be great.
I mean, if you want it.
Sure, of course. Yes.
Okay. Should I just email it to you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that would be great. Do you live in California?
No.
Okay.
No, I live in Cincinnati.
Okay, very good. Cincinnati, love. Let's see here. Okay. And she said that her son and the guy he was with
Yeah,
were together.
yeah. Well, hold on. Let me see if I can find her the statement that she read. I mean, that she wrote. Okay, it says he was walking with somebody, and the person turned towards him or faced him or whatever and shot him multiple times. And now knowing, you know, that this person is out there doing this to multiple people, it is like, it's just horrible, she said.
So the latest one, the last one that was the victim that was killed was the one that was parked in the car. So far, 5 men. He just wanted to shot dead. No robbery, just wanted to kill them. Possible. Okay. Yeah, if you will send me that timeline or find anything else out, I would definitely greatly appreciate it.
Okay, I'll send you what I have.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, and by the way, I'm Aussie Girl in your chat.
You're who?
Aussie Girl.
Okay. Nice to hear your
Yeah.
voice. It's always great
Yeah.
when people call in. Thank you so much. Call back anytime. All
Thanks.
right.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye-bye. It's very sweet. I was just looking on Twitter to see if there was anything else, let's see here. Stockton killer. There's anything else? It's kind of serial killers 209 times has been informed of several unrelated Bay Area. I don't know who posted. Just don't know. Sorry guys, I'm just looking to give update on the. I wonder if there is any press conferences. Hold on. I might have found it. Let's see if this, I don't think this is a press conference, but we'll check. Oh, shit, another ad.
Have your new flooring project installed in as little as 2 weeks. Shop local and experience the Zopex difference. Huge selection, quality service,
What was
and
this?
installed fast.
Zopex.
And what's the message that is resonating with people who live here in Stockton? These victims have been found shot dead on sidewalks or in cars, away from witnesses and away from security cameras. And people who live near these shooting scenes are on edge. Recent deadly shootings and concerns some are connected is leaving these Stockton neighbors fearful for their own family's safety.
Who's doing the killing? I just came out here talking to my neighbors. They were discussing the problem. But everybody's staying in. I mean, a lot of children.
Actually, it feels like everybody's on edge lately because now people are just afraid to come outside.
Crime tape is still up on Porter Street after a Tuesday morning homicide. A man in his 50s shot and killed on the sidewalk at 2 a.m.
So it seems like they are. Look at this. It seems like he's shooting him on the sidewalk.
Unsolved deadly shootings in the past month with victims alone and found either on a sidewalk or in a vehicle.
So they're all on a sidewalk or in a, and the last victim was in
We're
a
seeing some patterns
car.
and similarities in some of our more recent homicides.
Police Chief Stanley McFadden says his department is now seeking federal, state, and county help to determine if any of these deadly crimes are connected.
We have no information that there is a serial killer.
So this is from September 28th, and now they are calling it the same person or persons, and it is a
I
serial
know
killer.
that's put a lot of folks on edge, and hearing that out there. And I'm just here to say that we have no evidence of that.
McFadden would not say exactly how many homicides are being investigated as possibly connected. He's asking people to stay vigilant.
If you're out at night, be with someone, be in a lighted area.
A police chief sounding the public safety alarm.
Sound like a scuffle, and next thing you know, bow, 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 bow.
People who live here are scared for their peace and security.
And we fed up with it. We all got children, and we live here.
The Stockton Police Department is waiting for some evidence to come back from the California Department of Justice Crime Lab.
So apparently they've got it back from the crime lab, and now that they know that is the same person. Oh, Cher, thank you for becoming a member. Kelly, thank you so much. We're now up to 70K. Oh goodness. You know, like I said, it's kind of weird, you know, when the Dahmer Netflix thing just came out, and now we have this freaking serial killer. So if you're in Stockton, in my opinion, you should not watch Dahmer right now. Just saying. Let's see. So here is a Facebook post. Let me pull this up. That it says, my daughter called 911 on her way to take my grandbaby to the hospital. She saw a tall man in all black carrying a duffel bag walking very fast down West Lane past the strip club and all. He had his face and head covered. Then I seen today in the same area a man was shot sitting in his car. So this has to be the most recent victim that was killed, because the only one that has been shot in his car is the most recent victim. My heart tells me this was him. My daughter didn't know about this serial killer until I told her after she described him. She called 911 because she said he was walking really fast and kept looking like someone was after him. She got a weird vibe when she saw Jim, I guess you mean him, and followed her instinct. Sad to say, I'm sure something to the shooting right before she called. No one went to check it out, though. All right. So, yeah, that was probably definitely him, I would say, if you ask me. Sorry about that. What the hell is this? Give me 2 seconds. So, I mean, you know, that if this continues to happen, they always make mistakes. You can't help but make mistakes. You can't help but for a camera that you don't think is on you is actually on you. You can't help but think there's someone looking out their window, or, you know, someone in a dark alley that you don't see, you know, someone. So, so this was by the Stockton Police Chief Stanley. I promised everyone when I received the updates, these cases, I would share them publicly. I know that there are many sources out there that are talking about the investigation. With that, misinformation has been spread. As this investigation moves forward, I will provide timely and verified information to you, keeping in mind public safety and the needs of the investigation. Our investigators have reviewed many hours of video surveillance. They believe they located a person of interest in the investigation. please see the photograph, which we've already seen the photograph. Based off our investigation and reports we are receiving, we believe the following homicide cases are related: the July 8th, July 11th, August 30th, and the September 21st. All right. And it says, once again, the homicide occurred in the evening or the morning hours of the victims. Today, city man. Okay, we know about the reward, which is $95,000. And they opened a tip line regarding the investigation. It's a special tip line just specifically for this serial killer investigation. And the phone line number is 2099378167. Let's see here. It says, again, our detectives and task force officers have been working around the clock on these investigations. We are committed to protecting the community, utilizing all the resources at our disposal, including you. We need your help if anyone has any. Okay, kumbaya. All right. They have even searched by helicopter, which I think I might have that. Don't know. We'll check it out. Okay. So someone recorded them even doing by the helicopter. She has several videos of just the helicopter looking for this specific person. It's a little tidbit. So if anyone wants to call in, 307-228-4906. I believe, hold on, this phone is going to kick my ass in a minute. Okay. Thank you, Gemini Mama. Make sure I don't get any other information coming in. Vet girl, I don't know which information you are referring to on that email. Okay. How did I get behind again? All right. Do you know if all the victims were shot at the same amount of times? And if it was all of them in the back, from what we understand, it's all in the back, but this really has hit more like national news really in the past maybe 12, 24 hours. So I don't know. I don't know at this point. We are going to be hopefully getting some family interviews tomorrow. We was hoping tonight, but something just didn't work out. So yes, please stay safe in Stockton. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, thank you so much. He will slip up. Yeah, yeah. Something. It's just the law of just the law of things, the order of things. He will slip up, or someone will see. Something will happen. If it continues, it always does. So anyways, guys, I've been on here 2.5 hours. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for watching me. If you will please do me a solid and hit the thumbs up. It's just a free way to help out, and it only takes 1 second. I would appreciate you all. So yeah, okay. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Mary T. I do have my pearls on today. This is my longer strand. The tighter ones, like they kind of give me a headache. Anything that like is really tight around my neck, I hate because it gives me like a headache. So even though I like the tighter looking ones, like to me they're more ladylike. You know what I mean? So anyway. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you. Get some good rest tonight. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family members. Hug the ones you love. We only get so many trips around the sun, and we don't know when it's going to end for us. We just have no idea. That is life. But hopefully, it's long, and it's many blessings to each of you. Love you all. Thank you for subscribing and super chats, thumbs up, Patreons. Thank you to my mods as well. You guys do an excellent job. Have the greatest subscribers on the planet. Thank you guys. Good night and God bless. Bye bye.